All right. Hello, everyone. Dan Hutchings here with I-Novae Studios. We're live with another major patch. This is 0.8.0.0. Got Flavian on the call with me right now.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, got the audio peaking. That's good. Everybody can hear it.
That's good.
Yeah, so we had a bit of a delay today with the patch. No worries. We wanted to make sure that we had the patch available for this stream and community event because we wanted to actually have these new exciting things to show everybody. So let's just jump right in. There's no patch notes right now. Flavian was saying he'll be uploading those tomorrow. If you have any, find any bugs in game, definitely jump to the forums and give us some feedback or post on Discord, and we'll add those to our list.
Yeah, so one thing I want to say is that this is a very big patch, which contains a lot of architectural changes since we introduced the ship loadouts and the customization with the ship upgrades. And so it's going to have a lot of probably, or hopefully not, stability issues and probably balance issues, especially in terms of the ship's costs and the upgrades costs versus the economy. You know, as you gain credits in game. So it might be a little bit desynchronized at the moment. So it might be pretty hard to earn credits and to test all the loadouts, especially on the capital ships, because you need a shit ton of credits for that. So yeah, anyway, report all the issues and problems on our forums.
Yeah.
Other than that, I hope you will like the patch. I've been working on crunching about it for a little while now. So I'm a bit tired.
Yeah, I'll only keep you for about half an hour, maybe 20 minutes.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm also pretty excited to see what people say about it and what are their first impressions about it.
I actually just switched to the ship screen a second ago. So the ship customization and selection screen is very different. If you've been following us for the last couple patches, this is now all the ship stats and information have moved from over there to over here on the left side. And then all the weapons and stats are down in the bottom right. Okay, I gotta slow my brain down. This is also the first time I'm seeing this too. Like this, I mean, we've had a number of dev calls going over the design and how to.
Don't lie, because you had all the draft and all the concepts in your hands for a while.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, it's the first time you've seen it in the game. Yeah,
it's the first time I'm seeing it like this in game. Actually, like, yeah, there's some updates too that I haven't seen. So you have the weapons on display on the right. Actually, I'm displaying all right now. So. Maybe, like, what do you want to talk about first? Because I'm a little bit overwhelmed at the moment.
Okay, so let's start with the art point into the 3D viewport.
Okay.
So click in the 3D viewport to hide the information panel first. Okay. Normally, you should see the legend on the bottom right panel. I like time really to add more information about it, but what this is telling you is that so you see your ship in the 3D viewport.
Yep.
There are two types of arc points that are displayed here. There are the little circles and the little hexagons. And so the little circles are internal arc points. So the way we have been going with the ship upgrade system is we extended the arc point system in a more generic way. So now you still have the weapon arc points, which are the little hexagons. And then you also have a bunch of internal arc points, which are represented by the dots, the little circles. And they can be hollow, which means that the arc point is currently empty, and you can mount an upgrade or a weapon on it. Or it can be filled. And there are basically three colors. So greens mean it's available and empty. Red means that something is mounted on it. And finally, when it's orange or yellowish, it means it's currently selected.
Okay.
So the way to go about it, there are different ways in terms of workflow, I can call it like that, in order to mount and unmount arc points on your ship. So the first way is simply you click on arc point in the 3D viewport. So this selects the arc point, it gets highlighted in yellow. So you are doing it right now. And then you have the categories of arc points that are displayed on the right panel. When you select a hard point, it will automatically select the category which corresponds to this hard point. So, for example, if you select a weapon hard point, you will only see the weapons which you can mount on it. If you select, I don't know, a structural hard point, you will only see the structural upgrades you can mount on it.
Yeah.
So it's already pre-filtered per hard point. And the upgrade, which is currently mounted onto this hard point, if there is any, is highlighted by the little card in yellow, matching the color in the 3D viewport. To change what is currently mounted on the hard point, you simply click on a different upgrade, and you will see the yellow box around the card is instantly changing. So that's the first way. So you go into the 3D viewport, you select hard points, and basically you change the current selection of what is mounted on your ship in the available upgrades panel. On the bottom right, obviously, you have all the information and details about a weapon or an upgrade. Still needs a little bit of work, but the most essential information should be displayed there.
Okay, and it actually shows I was gonna say it shows the impact that this has on the other ship stats, right? You can see that on the left side as well.
So when you mount an upgrade, it will automatically refresh your stats, which are displayed on your ship on the left panel. So one thing which I haven't done yet, because run out of time, some upgrades could, for example, affect weapons statistics, or even some other upgrades.
Right.
Right now, the info panel is always displaying the stats about the base stats of the weapon. So, for example, let's say you select a machine gun or something like that, and you will see all the stats about the weapon, the amount of damage it does, the amount of heat it generates. And imagine, let's talk, for example, about the amount of heat the weapon generates. If you install somewhere else on your ship a heat dissipator, which reduces your heat generation, it will not update the weapon with a decreased number for the hit points.
Okay.
So yeah, we still have to do that, but normally almost everything is functional. And so the second way of working with hard points is if you want to assign the same upgrade or the same weapon, but to multiple hard points at once. And you can do that by deselecting the current hard point in the 3D viewport. You don't have anything selected at all anymore. And then you go in the right panel and you highlight the upgrade of the weapon you want. So it will still be displayed as yellow. The difference is that you currently don't have any hard point selected on your ship. But it still highlights or it filters out all the hard points on which you can mount this upgrade. And so you can simply go in the viewport and click on the hard points, and it will assign the currently selected upgrade or weapon to whatever hard point you click in the 3D viewport. So you can do click, and on, let's say, 3 hard points, and it will assign the same weapon or upgrade to the 3 hard points at once.
Okay.
So yeah, that's 2 ways of working with hard points, whatever is more comfortable with. And then when you are ready, so let me know because I'm lagging a little bit behind your stream on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I can explain also the loadout management.
Okay, hang on just a second. I'm looking at the bomber now. There's significantly more. Something I was just thinking is the ability to select multiple mounting points at once if you want to have, say, it looks like there's 3 missile launchers. Oh, this is for missiles and torpedoes only. That's the hexagon? Or am I missing that? Ah, okay, so that's a missile pod specific loadout. So I have to go each one like that. Nice. Okay, let's switch over to, I'm going to switch over to the Corvette, have a look at that one. Because it has different weapons, MK, so a lot of turreted weapons on the Corvette here. Oh, cool. So what do we have here? So it's still showing a positive negative impact on the Corvette based on, oh, I guess it's the loadout impact. Oh,
Yeah.
there's an issue. The loadout cost is 150 and it moved the text. But that's okay. We'll find bugs. Nice. Okay, so the repair field. You also have a resupply field here as well that isn't added by default, eh? Oh no, it is by default. Repair and then
It is, yeah.
resupply fields.
So the color also I didn't explain, but the upgrades that are displayed in green are the ones that are currently mounted on your ship. And you
Okay.
can filter them out. So you have a little checkbox in the categories panel. And the ones that are in blue are the ones that are currently available, but not really mounted yet.
Okay.
Finally, there is also the orange one. And the orange ones are the ones that are currently not available for a reason or another. One thing you will notice is that, for example, if you go to the electronic hardpoints, and you will see there is on all ships by default installed flight assist and targeting assist.
Yep.
Flight assist, I think everybody will instantly recognize. Targeting assist, basically it's the lead indicator on your HUD in 3D. So I made that a custom upgrade, so you can disable it if you don't want it, if you find the game too easy for you. So if you select, for example, the targeting assist,
Yep.
You will notice there is a list of requirements. So it's possible that some upgrades require some other upgrades to be installed first on your ship.
Okay, so
And vice versa, it's possible that some upgrades are not compatible with some other upgrades.
okay.
And all of that will update in real time. So, for example, if you unmount the, I don't know, targeting assist or the flight assist. Okay, so one thing you can try, for example, you unmount the targeting assist, you unmount the flight assist, and now you will see the targeting assist is displayed in orange. And if you try to mount it, you will hear a little sound which tells you it's denied. That's because the targeting assist requires the flight assist first.
Ah, okay. Yep. So there's dependencies built in. That makes
So
sense.
there are dependencies, and you need to be aware of them. So if you fail at mounting or even unmounting an upgrade, it's probably because of dependency. So that's the funny part, because since there are dependencies between upgrades, for example, if you mount the flight assist and then you mount the targeting assist, and then if you try to unmount the flight assist, it will also fail, because the targeting assist requires the flight assist. So you cannot unmount the flight assist before you have unmounted the targeting assist.
Okay, cool. I don't even want to go to the capital ships just yet.
Oh yeah, this is a nightmare. We
Yeah.
need to work a bit on the positions of the arc points.
You know what?
Representation.
Yeah, I will do that now then. Let's take a look at the bomber loadout. This is all loadout screens, the stream. And then we'll look at the loadout management stuff. Oh, sorry, wrong one. So destroyer. Wow. Okay, that already has a lot of hard points. Let's check out all and show mounted. This is everything that's on the system. So under weaponry, what should be displayed under the weaponry tab? Is that the mounted hardpoints? Weapons?
Weaponry are basically upgrades that are related to categories or a bunch of weapons in general.
Yeah, turret.
In an earlier version of the game, I call that weapon mods, like weapon modifications.
Okay.
So basically, that's when you have an upgrade, for example, to reduce the heat about a certain category of, let's say, all the blasters on your ship.
Right. Okay, no, that makes sense. Let's see what else.
Storage is also about the ammo upgrades.
Yeah, I see that.
If you want extra chaff, extra, I don't know, missiles, stuff like that will be in storage.
I got extra mines now, so I'm good. I can throw. Ah, yeah, nice. There we go. There's 2. We'll get a lot of extra mines. Thank you very much. But it looks like can see the impact that it has on mass here, combat speed, forward acceleration, lateral acceleration is reduced a bit, and it all shows up based on
So
turns
the
red.
philosophy behind the upgrades, in general, is that they don't cost all that much individually. You can see that some of the upgrades, compared to the total cost of the ship, is maybe 1/10 or 1/20. So it's not so high, but due to the sheer amount of art points on weapons, when you add everything together, the loadout is starting to have a big cost.
Yeah, I'm seeing that here.
Yeah. So there is a lot of room for experimentation. Even so, the list of upgrades is still quite limited. I think at the moment we have like 25 of them
Right.
available. Not all at once, of course. It depends on the ship, on the kind of art points on every ship.
Ooh.
Some of the upgrades or some of the weapons can be mounted on art points of multiple sizes. So, for example, there are some upgrades that can be mounted on a MK3 or MK4.
Right. Oh, okay, so you can actually go, say, put an MK3 on an MK4 hard point.
It is possible. It depends on the upgrade on the weapon. It's not the same for everything, but some of them it's possible, yes.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna look at I already looked at the cruiser. The cruiser is even more of a... Wow. That's okay. So one of the things I'm thinking of right now is when I zoom in, it'd be nicer to be able to zoom in maybe a little closer, but also pan, kind of like in the star map, be able to pan and rotate.
Oh yeah.
Just it would make it a little nicer just to view the ships, and also the bottom side of the ships are all very dark. Maybe I think we're gonna change the way this screen looks to be more of a hangar bay or something, right? Like a capship dock. But I can't remember if that was on the to-do list. I'm gonna have to dig into this after the stream today. Spend a little bit more time seeing what works. Okay, so let's look at the loadout management. I'll go back to a smaller ship like the Interceptor, because you can actually save your loadouts and then you have presets here. So right now I only have the default loadout selected, but how does loadout management work? Oh, did I lose you, Flavian? Hello? Uh-oh. I think I lost Flavian. Hang on. Let me just check in and see if he's still there.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
You're good?
I accidentally muted myself. Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, I was muted for 2 minutes already. I think I was speaking. So I was saying for the loadout management, there are 6 little icons. So obviously you can select your currently selected loadout. There is only a default one available on all the ships. I think in a later patch we will offer more default loadouts. So we can have an interceptor loadout which is more heavy on weapons. Maybe an interceptor which is more focused on scanning, on stealth, and so on.
Okay.
But so in terms of loadout management, the 6 little buttons, some of them are grayed out, some of them are not. The ones that are grayed out is basically you cannot do anything yet. The very first one, which is showing a little floppy disk, is basically the save.
Yep.
You can only save after you have modified something on the current loadout. And related to that, there is a little, I think it's the fourth one, the backwards row, which is undo. And what this does is to revert all your changes and to reload basically the loadout as it was before.
Okay.
Now, if you want to start with a fresh loadout, there is a little trash bin icon, the 5th icon.
Yep.
If you click on it, it will empty all the art points. So you can try to do that. Click on the little trash bin.
Oh no. Yeah,
and
okay.
So you instantly lost all your art points, but don't worry, because if you click on the undo row,
excellent,
you will have your default loadout again.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how you work. If you really want to do a ton of customization, you start with a fresh loadout. So you click on the trash bin to start with an empty loadout, and then you can start to mount whatever you want one by one. If you want to do a minor modification, you can simply start with your current default loadout, and then you simply do the modification you want, and that's it basically. And so the second icon is the one which creates a new profile, a new loadout. It will copy the currently one which you have in memory, and
Yep.
it will select a new one which is called custom. So try to do that now. I don't know if you've done it yet.
Nope,
Then
I'm doing it. I just did
Yeah.
it.
So we should have a custom loadout now.
Yep.
And you can click on the third icon to rename it, the little pencil icon.
Right there.
So you call it whatever you want.
Okay.
And then basically you do all your modifications on the loadout. And finally, the last icon is the one on the rightmost, which is delete the loadout. This will delete the loadout both on disk and obviously in memory. So you will lose your loadout.
There should probably be a warning screen that pops up to let you know that. I just did it and it just disappeared.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. I can add that.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll just do this again. I'll just name it Hutch001. And then let's jump in here and see. So I'll try the heat dissipator, see what that does. Kills my energy recharge, which is probably, I usually overheat, so let's just try and see what a few different things do. I see you have a repair robot. That might come in handy. We'll see what that does to the stats though. A little bit of an energy recharge rate hit. Increases my mass, combat speed is reduced, and it looks like forward acceleration has also been reduced. So I'm sacrificing my maneuverability and speed, or at least acceleration, by adding things. Let's try it, just doing a full loadout. Why not? Oh, and the tech numbers, if you want to explain. Maybe we should leave that for now.
No, I can. I mean, it's already public, so.
I guess, yeah, that's fair.
It's there. Like whatever we do with it, anyway, it's a good information to have. So this represents how technologically advanced the upgrade of the weapon is. Now, what we have been discussing internally, which we are not promising we will do, but it's something we have been discussing. So we'll probably do something related to that. Also, the details are not really set up yet. Will be probably part of the progression system with some of the upgrades which are only available once you've reached a certain technological level. On the technological levels, basically that will be a team thing. So the main idea we are currently favoring is that military bases are going to generate passively for your team, so for everybody in the team, some research points. And after a certain amount of research points are reached, it will unlock some of the technology level, which are available to all the people in your team.
So that would be
some of the upgrades will not be available until you reach the corresponding technology level. And the idea here is that it will give a bit more of a strategic layer to the game. Because right now, the military bases, so the stations are providing something to your teams. They are providing, capital ship spawns, which are very important. The factories, obviously, they are providing resource generation and haulers. But the military bases, we've never felt really comfortable with them because they don't really have a good gameplay purpose. And so our idea is that to add the technology research system to the military bases. And so that way, your team will research technology. And so defending the military bases will also become important, or prioritizing them if you want to attack the enemy bases.
So I just spawned something that I haven't tried. I know that the actual weapon effects for the new weapons, I saw that there's a couple new weapons in game right now. I have the Halcyon, which is currently, let's see, it's converging. What does it do here?
So there are two new weapons which are called the Halcyon and the Plasma Cutter. So the first one is a kinetic, the second one is energy blaster man. So this is something a lot of people were asking. These are fixed weapons, or more exactly, converging weapons.
Sorry, I just
So
fired them. Sorry,
Sorry?
I wasn't listening. I fired them all at the same time. I just got. I'm sorry. No, I'm just. Well, I mean, I don't even have them on auto fire, and I just. Yes. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. I just overheated so fast. Whew. Okay. Anyways, back to what you were saying before I interrupted you.
Yeah. I mean, if that makes you laugh, you should really see the Corvette mounted with flak cannons or INS lasers.
I can do that?
Yeah. And it's very imbalanced, but
I think
don't try this at home.
No, I think I just broke a little bit inside. It's so wonderful. Okay, anyways, composing myself. Jeez.
Yeah, you can make some pretty deadly.
Wow, okay. Now, to be fair, that comes at the expense of maneuverability. I'm much more sluggish. It almost feels like I'm flying a bomber with those weapons, but I also have a couple other systems that I mounted. Okay, well, composing myself.
It will also overheat much more quickly, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. I noticed that right away. But
so even the blasters, if you mount a lot of blasters on no kinetics, you know your energy capacities are the same, so you will deplete the energy meter much more quickly. So you have to be very careful when you fire.
Yeah, that's
but potentially somebody who knows really the system and who knows not to abuse firing, but really only when he's on target. I think it can be very powerful.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was speaking about the Halcyon on the plasma cutter.
Yes,
so
yes, you were.
The Halcyon is a kinetic weapon, and the plasma cutter is a blaster.
Yeah.
So both are converging weapons. They are not gimbaled.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So these
are the two first weapons which are not, trying to align themselves on the sides. So basically, the weapon will shoot directly at the center of your ship. But because they are converging weapons, there is still a little bit of automatic gimbal, but only to adjust to the depth of the target along your line of sight.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to do some testing on that to see exactly how that affects gameplay on my side. I definitely have a heavier interceptor going on here now, but okay. So the Halcyon you said is not gimbaled, or it's the plasma cutter that's not gimbaled?
Both are convergent weapons. So
they
both
are
not gimbaled. Yeah.
Okay.
And because they are not gimbaled, you need really to aim manually, very much more accurately. So as a consequence, these two weapons have a higher DPS than the gimbal weapons.
Right. Now, do you have an indication here as to what the ideal convergence distance is?
It's automatic. It's based on your target, selected target.
Ah, okay. Maybe I'm misunderstanding then. Let me just jump over to the star map. Where am I? Oh, let's go. I'm going to jump into a battle here and see how these weapons fare. Zephyr Station, making target. I am actually playing with my hostess rig right now. I just don't have the second camera set up to show the controls. I'm just playing with the 16,000 series Thrustmaster and throttle and stick, and I'm also using track IR right now in game, which is pretty apparent. But, there we go. There we go. So I'm going to jump into the battle here. I'm using, so basically I have missile launcher and main weapon groups. So now weapon group customization. Let's say I want to use only my two Halcyons, and I don't want to use the machine guns. When is, that isn't actually available at this point, is it?
No, it's one of the things we had to cut corners.
Right.
So probably the next big patch, we will add the weapons management screen. Like when you are in game or when you are in the loadout, there will be an additional panel where you can select all the characteristics of the weapon group. So you can manually assign weapons to weapon groups.
Exactly.
And make your own weapon groups. And you can select if by default it's automatic or manual firing.
Right. Yeah, and then also...
But
yeah.
right now, everything is automatically done. So, like, if you make a completely custom loadout, there is no guarantee that the order of the groups which will be generated will be really to your taste. It will be possible, for example, that the very first group in the list, in your MFD, will be the missile launcher.
Right.
So you have no control over that at the moment.
And I also do want to mention, because of what's happening right now as I approach this base, the music in game. If you want to talk about that.
Oh yeah, basically it's been in the works for a little while, a couple months now, but we doubled the amount of music in game. Because previously we felt the music was a bit repetitive, especially in battles. So we asked our music composer to work on new tracks. And he made, I think, 6 new battle tracks, 3 new ambient tracks, and 2 new tension tracks.
I'm hearing one of them right now. I love the music, so. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm just gonna turn up the music a little bit more for this engagement.
Cool.
So that's something definitely for people to enjoy, is the music here. I'll try not to talk as much. We'll see how much the weapons impact this. Whoa. Whoa. Fast overheat. Oh, that's weird with the weapons being gibbled and non-gibbled. Woo! That was awesome. Okay, I'm getting all excited here. Let's go back to... Anyways. What else do you want to talk about that's been added? Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me have a look at the list quickly.
Tunage. There's a lot in this to play with. For people that want to share loadouts, is that going to be available at some point? I guess that comes down the road, right?
It can be done manually.
Right.
You simply go into your documents folder, into the Infinity Battlescape subfolder,
Yeah.
and then you will find a loadout directory which contains files. And these are all your custom loadouts. They are XML files.
Okay.
And they can be exchanged with other players. So
Yeah.
we don't have an automatic way of doing it. You know, eventually we would like to have a kind of marketplace where you can exchange various things, your preferred loadouts and so on. Right now it's manual. People have to exchange their configuration files.
Okay. I'm also
But it's definitely possible. If you make an awesome loadout, you can post it for everybody on the forums if you want.
So a question here too then. Yeah, definitely. So the forums right now would be a good place to share loadouts if people want to try out different things. There's definitely extreme things you can do with them. So, like, let's see here. Can I put 4 Halcyons on it? I can.
Oh, you're going to overeat very quickly.
Yeah, I want to try it still.
But then the DPS is going to be crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. It might make it a bit easier to deploy a Zephyr Station. It's a defensive battle, so I'm going to try this. Ooh. 2 seconds gets me 25% heat and overcharged. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fair.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
So one issue we have right now is that the price is pretty high, and it's hard to make money. So if people want to experiment with loadouts, they will make a lot of loadouts which are a bit hard to use or a bit useless.
Oh wow!
They will waste a lot of credit doing that.
Oh, I've got a cat coming. Oh boy. Firing delay definitely gets me. All right. What else here? Let's see. So if I make any changes to my loadout while I have the loadout selected, it automatically saves, right?
It never automatically saves. If you mean saving on disk, it's never automatic. But any change you make to a loadout will stay in memory. So after you die, you will have the same changes which are applied to the loadout. Which is one of the reasons you can modify the default loadout. So it's not just read-only, you can modify the default loadout. You can never save your change in the default loadout.
Okay, yeah.
But then you can do some changes to the default loadout. If you want to save, you duplicate. And then you save.
So there's... Oh, I'm getting 2 tracks playing at once here. No. So you're saying if I duplicate like that, it brings up the custom. But let me just delete this one. Oh no, delete that one. It's gonna take some. I think it's gonna take a little bit of kind of fiddling around to see what kind of response. Like maybe I can, like, to be able to provide more feedback as well.
Yep. Of course.
Let's try putting the plasma cutters on those. And just keep the standard machine guns. Actually, you know what? Let's just go full energy. Try that.
So did you notice that now the 3D ship in the loadout screen displays the correct skin for your team?
I did, yeah.
But only display the weapons on it.
Can you? You can't. Okay, we can't spawn the cruiser. Wait, carrier. How much does a carrier cost right now? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Hang on. I just got to turn the audio music down a little bit here. I'm looking at the carrier for the first time in this screen, and my goodness. This is going to be a beast, and you don't even have the squadron abilities here. And that's, yeah, okay. All the propulsion tools, nothing in there yet. Things to look at and work on. Oh,
no,
wow. So,
another thing where I had to cut corners. I wanted to make some upgrades for the propulsion. I have one which I've been working on, which is called asymmetrical engines.
Right.
Which is basically one which is giving you more forward propulsion, but less retro propulsion.
Okay.
That one will be interesting because that will be the first one, which is right now all ships in game have completely symmetrical propulsion, which means that you have the same amount of forward and backward propulsion. You have the same amount of lateral propulsion on the left and the right, and you have the same amount of propulsion on the top and the bottom. So it's always symmetrical. But that will be the first upgrade which introduces asymmetrical propulsion, which will be quite interesting, I think. So that one is in the works. I had some ideas for other ones. I want to make a bunch of updates, for example, for the turbo booster. It will be quite interesting.
Yeah, lots of things to kind of play with and look at here. I mean, this is the first time that we have a patch where we have weapons other than the default placeholders as well. So, I mean, There's people talking about bugs. Don't release the game with bugs. There's definitely bugs in the game, but as far as things go, we've been actually pretty consistent with stable builds. So the major stuff that's missing right now is really when it comes down to the gameplay features, which you're seeing on screen right now, in the process of really seeing massive improvements on. Let's just deploy again here and try shooting this thing. Hello, Lemon. Okay, so I have the fixed weapons. Okay, that's a different looking weapon. Nice. Still tied to the same loadout, so once we get the weapons custom loadouts, there you go, you can see the two different. Yeah. Not gonna really be able to do any damage to any ships with this. Just annoy them.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Hey, Jan, I can hear you.
Yep.
Welcome to the stream, Jan. This is Jan, one of our artists, and I guess not just artist.
He's the one who designed the layout and the look of the loadout. So, Jan, how do you think it works in game compared to what you had in your head?
Well, there's a lot of polish to be done,
Okay.
and we need a hell of a lot of more icons for everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I like.
It's exciting to actually get loadouts finally in game.
Incoming threat.
Yeah, for sure. I'm also seeing the new icon, or well, what do you call this, crosshair system for the missiles.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the new things, yeah. It assists you with a lead indicator, which
Right.
basically tells you where you should orient your ship in order to have maximum probability for the missile or torpedo to hit the target.
Oh, nice.
So it takes into account your velocity, the target velocity, your orientation, and so on and so on. The size of the circle changes. Basically, when it's smaller, it means it's more precise. When it's bigger, it means it's more imprecise. So probably you are looking away from the fire indicator.
Right. I'm just kind of playing with that on screen right now. Oh, interesting. It's out of range. That's why. There it comes. I'm just spamming missiles at some poor soul. Oh, it's Star Wraith. I'm sorry, Star Wraith. So, yeah, I actually want to...
It's very helpful with torpedoes. Because you know the normal missiles, you can even launch them when you are looking at 90 degrees. Because they have a very high acceleration, so they can turn around very easily. But for the bomber and the torpedoes, which are much, much slower, it becomes very helpful.
So a question I have now: can I respawn in can I despawn in a hangar bay?
No, not yet.
Okay, no worries. I'll just eject then.
It's true that it would have been handy, you know, for people just to test their loadout. So that's a shame. I lack time because.
Oh, no worries. I'm not being critical of that.
No, no. Yeah, I know.
Let's see here. So.
There's only 24 hours in a day.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. So with the bomber here, I'm just gonna spawn a bomber default. Deploy at Zephyr Station. Got a little bit of a wait there. 3 seconds. See how the torpedo firing works, because we got a lot of capital ships around us here I can target. So let's go after this cruiser. What do we have here?
Engaging target.
Let's do that. So, switching to... Got missiles. Alright, torpedoes. Torpedoes have always been a little difficult to use, I've found, for aiming. But with the assist here, giving me an ideal... Let's see here. Okay, that looks good. Just gonna try this. So there's not many destroyers around, so I should be able to get clean shots off. Yes. Oh, that was quick. Okay, and it changes color on lock. Nice. And I got 2 hits. Yeah, this makes it a lot easier. That makes a lot more sense.
Engaging target. Incoming threat. Engaging target.
Okay, he's headed straight for me now, so let's go into reverse flight.
Affirmative.
Oh, he's turning. Whew. Okay, I'm liking that. Kind of just strafing runs on this thing. And I'm down. Okay, I think we've been talking about this patch for a little while now, but that's fair since this is a pretty significant
there was
amount
a
of
lot on,
updates.
I'm watching you play.
Yeah,
That was interesting.
yeah. Let's see here. Let's try Interceptor Loadout. So if I switch to Hutch 1, and let's go. Let's throw machine guns here, 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 and here. So I can have 4 machine guns on this loadout. And so my missile launchers, I will keep those, please, thank you. If I do disengage it, what does that do to my recharge rate? Oh, it's a total. Okay, now I see what's happening there.
One thing which is not displayed right now, but some upgrades can stack. So some upgrades, you know, if you look at the little card, yeah, that's one thing I haven't explained. There are little numbers.
Yeah.
This shows, the first number shows the number of upgrades or weapons you currently have on your ship. And the second number is showing the total you can have. But the total over all the hard points which are currently available. So that means that the second number can also change dynamically. So for example, if you have a free hard point and you mount a machine gun on it, then suddenly there will be one less number for, let's say, a blaster. Because this hard point was used for the machine gun, so the blaster now cannot mount it.
So I can just load up all the plasma cutters. So how much DPS is that compared to the mini blaster? Double. No. What am I seeing here? Where am I seeing that? DPS 87, DPS 48. Yeah, it's double. Almost double. Okay. That's interesting. So now if I switch back and forth, Yeah, it does. It does seem to autosave, but it's not writing the save.
It autosaves in memory, but
Okay.
if you don't click on the
Yeah.
disk icon, it will not save to disk.
So I have
So
to
next time you
manually.
will reload the game, it will be lost.
Okay, that just made sense to me now. I was, for some reason, not making sense of that earlier. So I want to have my energy capacitor 2, definitely. And can I load a second one? Let's definitely have the shield regen. That's fine. Let's take the repair bot away. And try that. Yeah, it's not the same kind of exciting. Is the game fun? I definitely have fun playing it, but I think I'm a little biased. Okay. I just love that. Is the game fun? I was giggling with uncontrollable excitement earlier. So I don't know if that's not really. I am definitely biased though. It's not fair. Oh, something I noticed last time is the cockpit position. It doesn't seem to save once you switch your ships. So I have to come in.
What do you mean?
Under cockpit, under gameplay, current ship, it shows 3 different positions where I can shift the camera position back, forwards, up and down, right?
Okay.
But it doesn't save that position. I have to reset it. Does that make sense? Oh, I think you might be muted again there, Flavian.
Can you hear me now?
Target
Yep, I can hear you now.
Hello, hello?
Yep.
affirmative.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I was saying, does it not save the cockpit position after you restart the game? Or it's only after you die?
It's after I switch ships, I believe. I think it's after a ship switch. So if I'm playing as an interceptor and then I switch to the bomber, it'll reset that, because I think it's done for current ship instead of saving for each ship separately. So I know the position is
Okay.
different. Whoa. Okay, so we want to get over there to Axathan Station. Let's warp over to Axathan Station just to get this. Since it's an attack battle, I'd rather, and I want to use my loadout. So if I spawn in on an AI, oh, I don't have to leave. If I spawn in on an AI, I just use whatever loadout the AI has when it spawned, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can spawn in and get into the battle quickly, but you don't have a. Oh, there's no battle here. But
Well,
you won't
right now,
have your...
AIs all have the default loadouts.
Okay, so all the AI do have defaults for now.
Yeah, I haven't
Okay.
created multiple loadout variations. So that will be for the next patch. But yeah, after we have that, after we have multiple loadouts per
Right.
ship, so I already implemented a system where AIs basically can select a loadout based on certain probabilities, which are specified in the config file. So I can say this default loadout has a probability of 50%. And this default loadout is super overpowered. It has a probability of 10%.
Okay. And then too, I guess some of the weapon effects for the new weapons are placeholder at the moment. We'll be seeing a variant to that in the future as we get...
Yeah, so that's something we were discussing in a meeting last week. And basically we decided that since we don't really know in terms of balance, so everything will work together on really the kind of new weapons we want. So in the coming few months, we are going to implement a lot of new upgrades on weapons, but we are going to reuse all the current assets. So we will reuse, maybe we will change some colors here and there, but basically it will mostly be settings change, not really new special effects.
Yeah.
And after, in a couple months, we are more comfortable with what's currently in game, is in a good state, and it's balanced, and it's going to stay for the release. Then we will work in the polish phase on a bunch of new effects, new particle effects, new explosions, new stuff basically to differentiate a bit the visuals between the weapons. One thing we can do in the short term is to change at least the sounds, so that the weapons sound different.
Yeah.
Because we have a bunch of sound effects which are unused right now, sitting on my hard drive for the future.
Yeah. I think I just have.
We want to add a Gatling gun. We were talking about warp missiles or warp disruptor missiles. We have a whole bunch of ideas we want to play with. We still need to implement the orbital bombardment, the nukes.
Yeah. Nukes. That'll be fun.
Dan will be very happy to do the special effects.
No, I won't. So 4 times halcyon cannons can fire like 10 shots in a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Oh, plasma cutter is not a good loadout for me to try to use, because I use way too much boost. So that's interesting.
Yeah,
though.
I mean, you have to strike the balance. Most of the
Yeah, exactly.
You can make some extreme loadouts, but the way the system is currently built, I don't think they are going to be very good. I mean, maybe they will have some occasional usage, or maybe somebody with very big skills can really make full use of them. But for the average player, I think that will be a bit wasted.
Yeah, I'm gonna die here because I have no real defenses. That's interesting. Okay, so some questions in the chat here. There have been some people asking us some questions. Let's see here. I just saw one. What is the number of maximum concurrent players we can currently have in the battle space? So that's the first one.
In a single battle or on the entire server? So in the entire server, we can have, I think, 400 or something. Per battle, I think we can go over 100. It really depends on your client's performance. Like if you're running on a bunch of 380s, NVIDIA RTX 380, obviously you will have a better frame rate. If you are running on a crappy computer, then I would say the big battles are going to be very low frame rate. But
Right.
like for an average player with a normal computer, like personally I have, I'm still running a 1070 GTX. And we can have battles up to 100 ships, the same battle. So
That's,
whether this is
580.
bots or players, it doesn't really matter at the moment.
Yeah, I'm running a 580 and I play on medium and I get good enough frame rates in the big battles.
Yeah. In terms of really of bandwidth on server capacity, the biggest battles I think are 150, maybe 200 players maximum in a single battle, I mean.
Yeah, well, the server can handle much more, is what you're saying, right?
If there are multiple battles on the same server, yes. If you want to have a single battle with 400 players, like within a couple kilometers of radius, then your client is going to die before the server. Technically, there is no hard limit. Like right now, if there was 400 players in game, and they all decided to go at the same location, the server would not prevent that from happening. And performance would be pretty bad, probably for most players. But I think the server would run pretty well.
Oh man, it's been a while since I have used fixed weapons.
Yeah, I'm gonna get reused to it.
Ho ho ho. Double Halcyon definitely did a ton of damage though. When I'm on target.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
double Halcyon is enough. Like 4 is stupid.
Burst
Some
fire.
are overeating very quickly. But like with 4 Halcyon, I was playing with that earlier today. You can literally kill an enemy in 1 or 2 shots. 1 or 2 button presses. If you are very accurate.
Oh, I have 2 missile launchers here. Why is that? And my weapon loadouts. Might have to respawn and check that. Let's do that. Okay, so I currently have 2
Probably a
different...
bug.
Yeah, I have 2 weapon groups for the missiles, so I'm going to eject and respawn. Although my Interceptor now costs 125 credits instead of just 30. So I can only do this so many times before I have to use the wonderful little dev tools for testing. I imagine that'll be one of those things that the single-player sandbox mode will have in it, is the ability to basically trial loadouts without having to buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly.
So, yeah. So, kind of skips that. Let's see here. Any other question? Seems like a gameplay question. Is there any negative to having missiles fit to your ship? Is there any net positive to taking them away? So right now, based on what I'm seeing here, if I take the missiles off my loadout,
So the answer to that right now is no. There are no particular benefits because the hard points are a different type. So you are freeing 2 spots for the missiles.
Mm-hmm.
But since we have only one kind of missile in game right now, we haven't added other missile types. Which, by the way, we want to add later on. We have a plan, for example, to do EMP missiles, electromagnetic missiles. But
Right.
it's not in game right now, so there is only one missile type, which are light missiles. So if you unmount that from your ship,
Yeah.
you have no particular benefit for that.
Now, they do add weight to the ship, though, don't they?
The weapons don't.
No. Okay.
I mean, it's something we could do. I wasn't really sure about doing that. It's simply that the loadout will cost less credits.
Let's go back to Hatch 1. Oh, did that just reset? Yeah, of course it did. Hang on. Let's try something here. I hit the wrong button. Let's go to custom, delete that one. So yeah, I'll definitely have feedback for point of use, comments, that kind of stuff. Alright, let's try that. Save that. And then... Yep, spawn on the carrier again. Let's see.
Oh,
Yep, now I'm back to three control groups.
So there is one bug I haven't mentioned yet. It's on my to-do list already. Again, I lack time to really polish that. On the bomber, you can mount a missile array. Missile array are supposed to be only for capital ships.
Oh!
Missile array, you know, these are the vertical missile tubes on capital ships. So on a bomber, it's oversized. It looks like a bug. A mesh is mounted in front of your cockpit, basically. So don't be surprised if you do that. It will be quite useless.
Okay, I need the zoom function again for this. Whoa. So let's see. That's enough of a turnaround. But I've got an enemy target right there. Oh. Oh, it's so much harder to aim with these things. But I just took a shields out of me. So that's something I haven't actually played with yet, was the HODAS with yeah, that's out of. Oh, this is terrible. Can't zoom.
Why can't you zoom?
I just don't have it bound.
Oh, okay.
Feel terrible. I don't feel that bad. I'm leaving. I won't kill him. Okay, yeah, if that's... There's a lot to play around with in this patch, so custom loadouts, finding... oh, let's see. Yeah, there's a lot to play around in this patch, so if you guys want to... Anybody watching right now, post your experiences to the forums. If you find any bugs, definitely report there. There should be a thread that's usually started for each of the patches like this. So check for that first before creating a new thread, and then yeah, if you're liking what we're seeing and you're liking following the development, consider giving this video a like. Follow us here for future streams. We will be streaming on Twitch more in the future as well. Just it's a matter of the audience right now is on YouTube, but we want to kind of build out some more discovery through Twitch and other platforms as we move forward. So yeah, anything else there, Flavian? Or should we jump into some combat with the guys in our Discord server here?
No, I think we're done.
All right. Yeah, that was a bit of a longer than usual development update. We had Jan drop in and give some comments too, which is nice. Always a pleasure to have you here, Jan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions? Jump on our Discord, fire away. There's usually active community members there that can answer some questions, and also on the forums. So if you have any comments, definitely we're interested in hearing. Also too, yeah, sharing loadouts as well. So trying things out. There's not a ton of variation. Well, actually, there's a lot more variation than there was before. I don't know why I said that. But in the future, when we have even more weapons to pull from, sharing what works for you. I kind of feel like it's going to be turned into a bit of a playstyle preference for loadout, more so than just, oh, this gun is like overpowered and everybody has this one weapon. So there's a lot of different ways to play right now, so it should be interesting to kind of create new weapons that cater to that experience. Anything else
So one thing I did earlier today, which is very funny but not that useful, but on a Corvette, you can try to mount 6 AMS lasers. You know that the AMS lasers have a very low DPS. So individually, these weapons suck, but against enemy interceptors, they're actually pretty good. I was really surprised. When you have 6 of them, of course. Problem is that it consumes so much energy that you're always out of energy. So, but when you have enough energy, you can actually kill an enemy interceptor pretty easily. Except that after that, you are left without energy, so you can't do much, and it takes a lot of time to recharge energy. And then obviously, if something other than an interceptor is attacking you, you're in real trouble, because lasers do not do enough damage to kill a bomber or a Corvette. But I was surprised, if you mount 6 of them and you target only enemy interceptors, you actually have a decent firepower. Oh, that's pretty funny.
And you also have the AMS laser damage increase, which is a tech level 1 upgrade that has, it looks like 50% increase in damage, but it also comes at the expense of 50% energy consumption. Makes sense. And also you have heat, so you can be a little bit more effective when it comes to protecting the other capital ships in your fleet, which is what we're going to be talking about in future updates, the fleet and squad tools. So I think that pretty much covers everything. I'm gonna cap off the stream here with some gameplay with the community in Discord. We got a bunch of people in game right now. We'll join them for a little bit and get some live commentary and comments on the current system. See what's working for other people as well. We'll probably just general casual gameplay. For future streams, if you're watching now and you're new to us, we usually do development at the first, I guess it's been, how long has it been right now that we've been streaming for? Just over an hour. Typically, it's about
Negative.
20 to 30 minutes
Selecting target destination.
of dev talk, and then we go into gameplay for a couple hours. Today's a little different because of the patch, obviously, but yeah, future development videos are typically more around 20 minutes dev and then 2 hours gameplay. So we're going to be doing that now. Thank you, Flavian, for joining us. I'm sure you're going to want to have a little bit of sleep now, get some rest. Yeah. maybe hang around, watch for a little bit. But so far, it sounds like there haven't been any major game-breaking bugs or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I think I was a bit lucky because I still had a lot of stability issues just a couple hours ago, which is the reason why the patch was a bit delayed.
Yeah, no, I
They had to do more testing and to fix some crash bugs. But yeah, so far it seems to be pretty stable. I hope it's not just you. So we'll go into the Discord chat and ask if everybody had other trouble.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find out from the community there. But so if you do have any problems, Discord, forums, let us know. Give us all your feedback. What do you like? What do you not like? What's working for you? What isn't? Etc. I'm gonna turn up the music too, so we can experience that just before I jump into the main Discord. But thank you, Flavian.
Yep.
And thank you, Jan. I'll see you guys, I guess, in the general channel. I'll jump down there shortly if you guys want to drop down there. All right.
Yep. Okay, see you later then.
See you, Flavian.
Yeah, bye.
All right, so I'm going to jump into... So, yeah, Flavian and Jan are down in the community channel. I'm just in my own channel right now. I'm going to turn up the music right now. So as Flavian was saying, there's now 30 minutes of additional audio or music. Our composer... One of the new tracks is actually playing right now. Lovely music. Let's see here. Question from Roberto. Do you plan in the future to be a dangerous elite dangerous or star citizen? No. Battlescape is focused on combat in a arena. The arena is solar system sized, or will be, but we don't have plans to build out to be much larger than that. It's combat-focused gameplay, so no mining. Secondary gameplay isn't planned. The extent of secondary gameplay would be more along the lines of, say, the carrier with managing squadrons and fleets, or managing its own wings of fighter squadrons. Okay, so let's get some combat noise. Combat noise. Oh, it's interesting. What's carrier doing here? Just spawned me into nowhere. I'll just try to see. Jump back over to the star map. Attacking Hebelos. I'll definitely want to spawn on the carrier though. Looks like it's traveling much too quickly for me to spawn in. Let's get some... Okay, it's just dropping out of warp. It's almost not the almost travel time now. So now this deploy would be a yeah, no, that's the AI. Come on. Oh, screen format 21.9 versus 32.9. I think it should be. Ultra wide should be available. I think I can show here. Oh no, these are just my available loadouts. Yes, you should be able to have the ultra wide display. We support multiple resolutions, so that should be fine. Whoa. nice lighting. Oh, I didn't change my loadout. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a bit of a learning curve here. So let's see. Halcyon. Now I got a little bit more waiting. Let's get some new music in here. Just because if I jump into the general channel on Discord, there's going to be a lot of talking, so I'll just do this quickly and then jump over there. Okay. Star Wraith. Oh shoot. What was that? A little bit of a collision. Took out one of his guns. Oh, this is a little too close. Oh man, okay. Yeah. I'm enjoying it so far. If you have access to the game right now and you're just watching the stream, definitely jump in and join us. I'm going to jump into the general Discord channel now. Whew. Yeah, definitely check out the new music too in game. I'm already enjoying it. I'm listening to it for a while on repeat, so I'm going to jump into the lobby. Here we go. Alright, hey everybody, you're now live on the stream. What do you think of the new patch?
It's the best patch ever.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun.
Awesome.
The Halcyons, man. The Halcyons.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, overcovered.
Maybe rebalance in order.
Yeah, but the idea behind them is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the idea is great. It's just, yeah.
They need like reduce effectiveness against like everything, especially capital.
Yeah.
One way to do it would be to...
They're really painful, let's say that.
Yeah.
But, you know, seems a good point to make it burst too. But it's kind of like, at first it didn't seem like, is it normal gun? Is it like machine gun? Because you can still single fire them like 1 or 2 shots. but after 3 shots, it just end. It's a bit not like used to when I have a burst gun.
Yeah,
You tap it once, it just bursts, right? It doesn't do 1 or 2. You have to switch to another mode to do that. So that was kind
get
of
here.
Oh,
Your mic
What?
is a bit bugging
Yeah.
out.
I don't know what happened to my mic lately. Sorry.
Sounds like a broken wire.
Yep.
Contact issue.
Yeah.
I actually noticed one thing on the Corvette. I tried to put a flag on it, and like they get insta-gibbed all the time, like 1 or 2 shots and they're gone. I don't know if that's intended. Like I don't know if they should be able to withstand only 1 or 2 hits, but basically that's what happened. Seems
So
like
you're speaking about the individual
the
flag
weapons.
getting damaged, not the ship itself, only the weapons.
Yeah, the turrets themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have a pretty big hitbox, so
Yeah,
they're getting
yeah,
hit very easily. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely into like all my friends that have this game that were playing it. That yeah, they definitely they don't have an excuse anymore. You better play this game because especially if they balance pass, you're not gonna have fun with the guns that are probably a little bit better than it. You know, might as well have your fun.
Oh boy.
Excellent. I'm scared to see what you can do.
So the capital ships don't have a lot of new upgrades.
Okay.
They have a bunch of them, but they're not super original or very.
Let's try this.
They're kind of like the same as you see in the small ships, basically.
There are some differences.
Okay.
Let's see
Like,
if I can get my
But
Corvette.
they don't have new weapons or anything, so.
I'm just waiting for one of these. You know, I'm going after this player Interceptor. I'm gonna fight him with shotguns. This calls for bold action.
Let's see. I can put flat cannons on the Corvette.
Yeah. Can you put even more flag?
Oh,
Sorry, it looks awesome.
A missile?
They're giant turrets. They're big MK4 turrets on the.
nice shot, Star.
Thanks.
Great.
But was
They
that
look-
the missile or the?
Yeah, it was the missile.
Ah, yeah. Alright.
I thought I dodged it.
Now is
Reflectors
this
is great on the Corvette.
auto aim turret there and there? Thank you.
I mean, yeah, the Valkyries are definitely fun.
Got
They're fun to use. They're super fun to use. But yeah, the damage is too. The damage output is just too high.
Tech
I don't
shotguns.
want
pretty
that.
good. Oh, tism.
Let's do that. I'm just gonna be a flak cannon here. Let's just load this thing up. Let's see what happens.
The gunman. What's that weapon?
Shotguns.
Shotgun. Okay.
Okay.
I win!
Whoa.
Barely!
Yeah. I mean.
Died
yeah.
after.
Oh, you died as well.
Yeah. I died after the fact though, but works.
Oh, you. Oh, hang on. We killed each other. Really?
Yeah. I was on 5%. Your explosion finished me off, basically.
That's amazing.
Alright. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Alright. So that was fun bomber, the heavy bomber. Let's actually lighten the bomber because I think that makes more sense.
Okay. So I should be. Oh boy. Oh no.
Light bomber. That's what you want. That's what makes this Tism deadly. Like heavy's a cute idea.
Oh,
but
I didn't
it's
want
not
that.
effective enough. I mean, if it reduced damage with the shield, it would be really what I want. So
Oh.
it's so
You know what? I actually noticed now that the shapes in the UI are different. I noticed only now. I mean, they seem similar. They look really similar. But yeah, I think it was just me not paying attention.
Well, it's also that the legend only shows the circles, because I didn't have time to add the little hexagons to the legend.
Oh, okay. But
So you are excused.
Well, if I want to go...
Alright, I'm gonna try out this against some more player interceptors, and then I'm gonna have fun with a Corvette. Can a Corvette have... Oh, I'll figure out for myself in a second.
So, Hutchvet at accident
Definitely,
station.
I would say Bomber and Interceptor I want to run light, and then I think the Corvette will be the first ship I want to run heavy. Is what I'm feeling. I mean, that means that the Corvette's even more... Well, it might survive a torpedo, actually. Well, I mean, it shouldn't, because the armor will only reduce by 8, but... I don't know, maybe that matters.
Oh, let's do it like this. Okay, we're good there. Oh yeah.
Extra torpedoes, yes. I see. Kind of hidden the stuff because there's so many internal modules that look the same.
So I can't wait for like having the thrusters unlocked too, because like.
But I would prefer this over a big list. You just click at stuff. Seems like I can remember where it is on the ship. Oh, it's somewhere in the front. Okay. Mount that.
Oh. Ha! Skimmed it. Alright.
Deploy. Let's try these bombers. Let's try this shotgun boat. I think
Shotgun boat.
Shotgun boat?
Yeah, but I think the
3D
Halcyons are probably still better.
I think they are better, but shotguns are more fun.
Shotguns are really effective against like bigger ships, capitalists and such.
Constructed still.
Yeah, also they're not really as good as the Halcyons at range. And the range is quite important after all.
Yeah, anything above 800 meters. And it has to be a destroyer or a capital ship, a cruiser or something. And you can do quite a lot of damage, like just the last 5% you can take it off and finish a cruiser.
Your mic, man.
Oh,
We're
it's
really
a it's a USB cable. Sorry, I found it out.
Hmm. Alright, so I don't see what the flat cannons... Oh, hang on, you know what?
Something happened.
Yeah, that was my missile.
Should probably test them before I jump into battle. So I got 4 flat cannons, MK4 flat cannons mounted on a Corvette right now.
Flare took care of it when it did not.
Let's see what this does.
That's how I usually die. Alright, time to have fun. The bomber's really good. Time for Corvette.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I want to try... I want to see what happens.
We got better turrets too.
Yeah,
Bye.
it might be fun, but it's just not. Yeah, the bomber, the shotgun boat, just scrap it, I guess.
That's no joy.
Yeah.
Come on, there it is.
I mean, obviously, we want this.
Oh.
Like, why would we want anything else?
Tactical nukes.
No, just only flak.
AMS Corvette is also pretty fun.
AMS.
Lambs.
Yes.
And you do the AMS damage mode, you can. It takes a while, but you can take out interceptors quite easily.
Okay.
You suck against other ships. So.
Penetrate them.
Against,
See, yeah, so yeah, it's the AMS that are actually.
I'm not really doing any damage.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, you got a ship that is very good against missiles, torpedoes, mines, on which can kill interceptors. So it's not so bad.
Yeah.
Just that you suck against other bombers on Corvette. On capital ship, of course.
Oh wow, it did enough damage. Killed him. Okay.
It's good. Okay, let's see if we can do. That's
Like this
super,
idea.
like
Get
boring.
all the black. And as well as double armor, because I can pair it, so I think. I'd love to have heavy armor. It's heavy armor. It's either not done yet, or for capital.
Oh, there's a heat issue. I've got heat dissipator, so there we go.
Let's get out of the hangar before we shoot. One is considered.
That's an interesting.
That's a little weird. Why is it considered a different fighter?
So the auto turrets on the Corvette don't actually function as auto turrets. Am I right on that?
Yeah, they're not automatic. You have to trigger them manually. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one thing. That's one thing.
That's what it is.
It's not really handy because you can't use all of the turrets at the same time on the Corvette. They are always split in different groups. As yeah, depending on which weapon they are. So each type of weapon has its own group, which works, but on the fighters and on the bombers, but the Corvette that does.
Okay, it's the bottom weapon that does that.
It's
Well, let's go die in this bomber real quick and then try out.
So basically, all the turrets at the same time. Corvette, you really have to use the same weapon.
Yeah, so all flak is insanely impractical, but I want to try it.
Yeah, it was interesting. It didn't work out that well, but it's just a slow firing weapon, right? So as long as you slow turning turrets as well. I wonder if I have a turret turning upgrade. Turret rotation, yeah, we can add that to what? But I can only have that or the heat dissipator by the looks of it.
Be careful because faster turret rotation only applies to MK4 weapons.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
And flags are MK5, if I remember well.
Oh, you know what? We should probably differentiate between the storage icons, the sensor icons, and the weaponry icons. At some point. I know Jan was mentioning we need more icons, so I just realized that there were the different types there like that. Yeah.
Alright, hopefully there's someone to shoot at here. There probably is. So then, after I test out Destroyer and Cruiser, probably going back to the Bomber and playing more with the shotgun build, just to get more used to it.
Oh well, I
It's been
found
long
a
time since I used bomb.
station module bug before anybody else did.
Haha. What's going on here? Why can't I?
Bug hunter champion.
So I can't unmount the flight assist on the Corvette? Don't think
You
so.
can, but you need to unmount the targeting assist first.
There it is.
That's the first thing that was a little bit unintuitive.
Yeah.
Maybe a warning or something, or it says in the
In description, yeah.
target
but that's
target
it.
description,
Yeah.
target assist description. It says it needs the flight assist, right? But if you just
Right.
try to remove the flight assist, nothing happens. It's just stuck, and that's a
Oh,
little
it's
bit
a-
unintuitive.
Yep.
It's a civilian
Very
utility
true.
ship. That's what Corvette basically is.
We need to do a lot more polish over everything. Like, needs to have little notifications. Dan also mentioned when he was deleting accidentally a loadout. So we need to have
Yeah.
a pop-up to ask a confirmation for that.
So I also see
So,
too.
I all consider that polish. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, so for
Wait, I
instance,
have
there's a
extra.
dependency issue right now with Warp Jammer 2.0 because the Warp Jammer requires targeting assist, but a targeting assist requires flight assist, and I don't think I can actually have all three of those at the same time. Can I? Oh. No, it doesn't work because I think Warp Jam 2 requires Warp Jam 1. I only have 3 slots available, but it requires 4 total slots.
yeah, you're lacking slots.
I need more slots, but I don't have
How
slots.
many shafts? I have 27. Alright. Extra shaft. It's no joke.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I've got a bunch of it there, 30 extra.
Of course, you could remove the targeting assist.
I'm sorry for the
And add
stream.
more jam,
It's probably riveting to watch this.
Problem
Oh
is
no,
getting attacked by
the Warp
players
Jammer
is
2 also requires the targeting assist.
Yeah. So I don't have enough.
So,
I don't
yeah,
have enough
there
at all.
is, you don't have
Yeah.
enough.
So we'll
Forgot about that.
have to look at that at some point. Let's see. Destroyer loadout. I'm just looking at my currency. I know at the beginning of the game I
there
gave
we go.
myself a bunch of credits to use, but I'm seeing that drop fast. So experimentation with the loadouts is going to be frustrating if you don't have the credits to spend. Let's see.
You can make a grinder bomber, but that wouldn't be interesting for the stream.
No. I'm gonna try loading out a destroyer here. See if I can improve it. So AMS laser dam. Oh, let's create a new loadout. Name it.
There is a weird thing. Seems like my FPS tank as soon as they get close enough to the station, but besides that, it's okay. It's just being close to the station that for a reason tanks down my FPS.
Which station are you talking about?
Now I'm at Center Station, but I remember there was another station on a planet. I don't remember which one, but it's weird. I don't know. Probably it's my my GPU that can take it, but it's kind of strange because
what's your GPU on system specs?
980M. Basically a 970 desktop, basically.
Yeah, it's probably your GPU, which is a bit.
Yeah, totally.
You're playing in which quality settings?
Yeah, I'll try to change them. Yeah, no, it's just look strange because everything else it's just fine. So.
Okay.
So the MK4s are here, or the MK6s. Oh no, MK4s are the largest. Oh no, this is Mark 6. Mark 6 large cannon.
Yeah, keeping the repair was definitely a good idea, because I lost all my flat guns in seconds, but they're all getting repaired. Oh, that's a close range. I wanna redirect.
Let's load out the flak.
We don't want to get hit by a torpedo. I mean, we might live with the armor, but...
You know what, flak can probably get mounted on an MK4 as well, can't it?
I think so.
Let's just see. Yep.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, so 4s and 5s are all that. Let's see if we have missile array.
Alright. So, you can dodge torpedoes in a cruiser, you can dodge them in a Corvette. That's how that
Potentially.
works, apparently.
Should.
Yeah.
What I want to test is a capital ship where you make a loadout, where you put all the upgrades into maneuverability.
Yeah.
That would
I
be
wanna
very
try out
cool.
Independent first, honestly.
Having a destroyer faster than an interceptor would be pretty funny.
Good. Yeah.
Well,
They are pretty nimble, the destroyers.
Oh,
Well, that's quite a stretch
It
to make
is.
them as nimble as.
we'll have to go over some of the descriptions, I think.
So on capital ships, I think what works pretty well are all the plating upgrades, because they add on your armor, and obviously you will be a bit slower, but that makes you more resistant against small ships.
Feather hull. Incompatible. Oh, I see. Incompatible with feather hull. Light armor plating +1. Oh, okay. Interesting. So we'll just.
You're not gonna get moved torpedoes?
I'm just
It's
gonna
not
try
gonna happen.
loading up everything.
The only thing I can't outsmart is a
Significant.
bullet.
Significant mass increase.
Everything else I can outsmart, generally. Except missiles.
Fine.
Missiles I have a 50% chance to just ignore a missile and have it kill me for no reason. That's what I always do.
Alright, let's try this.
My
My total cost
Flavio
for
would
this
have
destroyer
noticed.
is.
Since this patch, my mic is working now, right?
Yep.
It's still getting a
Okay.
little bit here and there, but it's pretty good.
Yeah. Anyway, all of the station turrets are not firing at me anymore as a small ship. That's what I noticed. The station defenses don't
So
react to me.
clearly what we should do is engage a Corvette, because we have a terrible weapon config for engaging another Corvette.
Where are you right now? What team are you on?
Oh, no.
Oh, you're on my team. Where are you?
I'm over...
Are you on mission at the moment?
Yes, I'm on Xanther.
Okay.
And I can't because I have to go back to dodging torpedoes from a boomer, so... Oh, I have lambs to help me this time, though. Yay! Thank you, lambs.
Okay, well in that case, I will deploy at Accident Station and meet you. I gotta change my control setup.
Yeah. I don't think I have a long expected life, though.
No, no worries. I'm trying a
Thank-
different kind of loadout here too, so.
Alright. Yeah, I'm living on borrowed time right now.
Oh, interesting.
oh,
Yeah.
cool. Actually, the Corvettes on the, the turrets on the Corvette can actually shoot at multiple targets at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but only the turrets currently selected in a target in a weapon group can shoot, right? In the current fire group, I mean. Like if you have multiple fire groups.
So I think the one flak on the bottom must be a lamb.
Yeah. I just was able to destroy Jokin Station with one bomber. With
What?
the enhanced
Okay.
additional torpedoes.
Ow.
Yeah.
What was it? 9 torpedoes, I think. But it was the smallest station, of course.
Yeah.
But I think I will put some shotguns in this thing too.
Okay, let's try setting these to auto, these to manual.
Wow, we're doing true damage to this Corvette. Oh yeah. He'll be
Fire.
dead before
Let me rast him.
next year.
Yeah, he's
Maybe.
going into the bay. I'm gonna wreck him.
Let's see.
Alright,
Heat dissipation.
Why is a cruiser targeting me? Does it not have anything else to shoot at?
What the fuck happened there?
Oh, did you do something?
I flew into the bay he was in, and then somebody else chased me as well.
Oh, to get you. Oh. Flak say away.
Should be able to customize when I'm in this screen.
That flak hisses in anger.
I guess there is no heat dissipator for the destroyer, eh?
Aw, we already overheated. It's a shame.
I don't think so then.
No, probably not. Okay. Oh, no, I'm just gonna jump back in.
That's not a good build idea, unfortunately.
Gotta try the extremes first, right? You don't have to, but see what does what. I can create little walls of flak now, though, which is kind of nice.
To deny an area.
Yeah. The heat dissipation doesn't... It does overheat pretty quickly, if I'm not careful, but...
It's definitely more durable, though. Like, the armor makes a huge difference.
I'm really sluggish now, yeah. As well. But it flies a little bit more like I'm a small cruiser.
So now we can test out the destroyer. Oh, it has repeaters instead. Okay. What are the difference? More per shot damage.
No, that's fine. Oh, did that just... That was good. Oh, really slow.
Repeater can seem like they're just trying, but you definitely want.
Yeah, this definitely flies more like a cruiser now. Whoops.
Only 1.6.
Come on.
Missile raging.
Alright, there we go.
The fact that you cannot spawn with your loadout close to the battle, is that a balancing choice, or is that still need to be figured out?
The instant action option is essentially you're taking over an existing AI ship on location. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing I wanted to mention. Basically, yeah, if you click on instant action, you won't get the loadout you choose.
No, that's what
you
I'm
shouldn't.
asking, actually, yeah.
No, the way
I
it's
understand that,
designed, yeah. The way it's been
It
designed
depends
is...
on what the button is saying. Because sometimes, you know, there is a carrier, and if there is a carrier, you will spawn with your desired loadout.
What is going on here?
Yeah, I mean, the instant action, yeah, makes sense because it allows you to take over an AI ship, which is okay.
Yep.
Hey, Flavian, look at the stream
Yeah.
for a second. What
Yeah.
am I... Oh my goodness. I know what that is.
What?
Do you see the stream? Do you guys all see this in game right now? No, you probably don't see it where you are. There's a tiny sliver of Aristhea that's in the sun, but that's it. It's
Oh,
all
I see it.
it's all occluded by Wreath Prime. I've never seen that before. But the
Oh
atmosphere.
yeah, I took a screenshot. The top is like lit. I thought it was a bug at first.
Yeah, the atmosphere's still glowing, but I mean that's been like that for a while, so the atmosphere glow, but that looks wild.
Such a small piece.
Yeah, it's a tiny little piece of it in the sun.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's weird. It's really bizarre looking.
It's a Death Star.
Yeah, I thought it was a bug at first, yeah.
It is pretty cool effect. It's how realistic.
I'm gonna fly down there. Oh, you know what? Being a heavy ship now, I probably shouldn't go in atmosphere with this destroyer.
Ah, yeah.
Oh no, that's probably a bad idea.
You're gonna fall down like a brick. Bye.
Yeah, like the cruisers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, heavy loaded out cruisers then really don't want to go into atmo. Should see what's the heaviest and most expensive cruiser you can build.
Need to grind more before that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You just want to do ranged combat and stay stable.
Well, that's where having the single player mode will maybe have a use sooner than later in that case. Maybe. I guess it makes sense in that sense. Haha. Neva asking for fully functional celestial mechanics. Yeah. Nope. As cool as that would be. As cool as it would be.
Destroyer with 13 flat
Let's
cans.
see. Yeah, I have 13. I have 13 on me right now.
I want to try it.
Nice.
But no, we want lambs.
And a ton of mines. So here come some mines. Hope you're all ready for them. Red team.
I want
How
2
can I
lambs because I
recommend
took
to do
damage
that
from
then?
lambs damage. I think is really useful. Maybe I just want
Oh no! They're taking out all my flat cannons right away. Shoot!
Take 3 Corvettes with full flat cannons and just deny the whole skybox.
Alright. Let's deploy this. I'm not gonna build. It's just gonna be a paper. Alright, RMF.
Oh boy. I'm gonna die so fast here.
Alright, so we have 10. Clearly, the problem with that flacking Corvette was there wasn't enough flak. Like, that's just logical in my mind.
Well,
That's why
it
didn't
was
work.
it was definitely not effective. That's a delete.
Yeah, but it was you versus the rest of our team here.
Yeah, there were a
Pretty
lot of
fair.
people there. Definitely.
No Glimmerfall?
Let's get rid of that one as well and
Space
revert.
Beast.
Okay.
No, I didn't want that.
I am enjoying this a lot though. This is good.
Keybinds, that's where we want to be.
Plasma cutter and Halcyons. I'll try this out again.
Capital shift.
Keep the
Up
robot.
and down.
Shield regen. Let's take that off. Let's get rid of the scanner.
Okay.
Hey, leave me
I
alone.
see,
I
I
just
see
want to
what-
grind here.
Oh,
That's fine.
oh, I get it. I get it.
Okay, that's an expensive
I see what I
loadout.
was thinking. Oh,
Target.
we have a slightly slower maximum speed than the destroyer. What flight is this?
Okay, so I'm gonna save this loadout. Check the missions. Defense, good. So I'm gonna deploy defense.
We don't need to go that fast in a destroyer. Why would we need to go fast? That's silly. Going fast is just like... You don't need to go fast.
too fast.
Let's see here.
Alright, I'm gonna go die at Xanther. And then that way I can use my bomber, which is what I have.
Bye. Oh, it's the... Oh.
Don't need that one anymore.
No, I basically have a slightly less extreme destroyer to Hutch, because I do have 2 anti-missile lasers. But it is 11 flak.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really... Definitely a loadout that doesn't make a lot of sense on your own. I could see it maybe having some... If it had a fleet support, you could see something like that being effective. Depending on what strategies your team is using.
It desperately needs to have at least a little bit of normal kinetic point effects. Would be helpful.
Okay, good. That's gone now.
The repeater guns, I'd say, is probably what you want.
Okay, defensive battle, Glimmerfall, Sirake. That's happening now. Right.
But we just want to... I mean, I actually want to turn off my cannons, honestly, and just let the flaks have all the... You know... Have the full capability to flak the world.
The enemy fleet just spawned right on top of the base, and they're flying into it. Ooh, okay. It's kind of exciting. Guided weapons.
Is it normal that the enemy fleet arrives earlier at the defense than your own fleet?
It varies a little bit sometimes.
They arrived at the same time, but I think the direction is randomized. Or no, the direction is based on the base that they're actually flying.
On the base, yeah,
from.
okay.
I guess what it was.
Yeah, it can vary a little bit, but it's generally the same time. Sometimes one side's just slightly closer. This is the way it is. And sometimes they crash on planet.
I have to be more accurate now.
Alright. So this is the destroyer that's literally built to die. They can't escape ever. It's like, you better win your fight.
I was wondering if the warp drive should be an upgrade. I mean, an upgrade in itself. Like, could you create a ship which doesn't have a warp drive at all?
It would work. If
I mean, it could.
Like a carrier-only fighter or a range-only fighter, it could work there. So you could just die and respawn back in the carrier. You don't need to travel manually yourself. There's no need.
I mean, it's a choice. It could free a slot for something else.
Yeah. So I'd say it should be an important slot, though. Like, you should get, like, more energy regeneration or something like that. Something major that, like, changes the ship.
Yeah.
The fact you can't.
And warp is a pretty big thing. Not having warp would slow down the game a lot.
Hi, Corvette.
You just have to go...
Oh.
It's so impractical. It's great.
Nice.
I'm not so sure if you should make the
But
warp
what-
drive a module, because everybody's going to have 2 loadout variations, one without, one with. Depending on where the spawn is, they're going to pick the corresponding loadout.
It's like, well, they do have to stay with the thing while they're alive, though.
Yeah, but they
Like,
can
if they
go
don't
fly
have
to
a
the hangar.
warp drive and they have to die and then respawn, like, that's costing money, so they're... So if you want to also have a interceptor that's well outfitted, that's expensive, sacrificing one every time you need to move might not be a very good idea.
Yeah, but we're
I
gonna
think
make
I
so
think
that
it
you
only
can-
makes sense once we have the undock mechanism. You know, you could go back at the station or at your carrier and simply get reimbursed and get another profile.
Yeah, and once that
that's,
happens, then if there's a carrier, you pick the one without the warp drive, because you can just spawn there if you die.
I'd say for the capital ships, it seems that there's no reason to have a specialized build unless you're doing something incredibly specific. Because your weapons do a great job of automatically doing their job. So there's no reason to make it so hyper-specialized like this.
Yeah.
It's like the heat sinks can't handle. It's like maybe 6 flak guns you can get away with, but 10 is just like, yeah, it's so practical because you can't actually use them to their full capability. It's just a lot, you're just adding bonus damage, not sustained damage. Oh, man.
That's a lot of comments here.
Destroys cruiser, make it go. I wanna make sure we're anchored the cruiser so he has a bad shot. So the bullets just miss. It's pretty nice. I quite like that about the destroyer. Like, your facing versus a cruiser is very important for if you live or not. Oh, now we lost it. Alright, so it's time to turn off the flash, turn on the main guns, put all the power in weapons, and then shoot. Yeah, this works. I'm scared for what the variants for Mark 6 and Mark 7 guns are gonna be. It's a little terrible. Yeah, like if you want to make a destroyer that fights other destroyers, like I think heavy armor might make sense as long as they don't run away. Then it doesn't make sense if they decide to run away.
Yeah, it's definitely not a mirrored engagement anymore.
It's like no, like 2 heavy armors is like you have such a big advantage for health. And you take like it's just the amount of chip damage you take that goes to the shield, it's way lower too. That's like the main thing I noticed. And the funny thing is having the feather hull in like the Interceptor, you take a lot more damage that goes through your shield. Like you have to repair one to keep better. Even though it's not that big a change.
I think I need to set my zoom to be something else. It's set to currently.
Yeah. I mean, they did blow up like 5 guns. Yeah, Corvettes are more important.
Let's
Because
see.
in repair all our dumb builds now. I need to be here because we're doing stupid stuff that makes no sense. I think having 2 lambs and getting the increased lambs damage, I think that's a pretty good idea. So, just use the lambs upgrade to get away with not having as many. And then put like more, probably normal kinetic guns on, which are more multi-purpose. It's probably more practical.
Its survivability of the Corvette is still very, very low.
But to be quickly accessible.
Upgrades.
First damage him down.
Something quickly accessible on the joystick here. Trying to think, what is this one? Weapons menu? Yeah, you know what? I could do that. Let's try this. Weapons menu. Wait, what? I'll just clear this one actually. Oh, no, don't do that. I probably just messed it all up. Let's try this. Oh, that's interesting. They look rasterized. No, that's fine.
Alright, time for me to go to sleep. Some well-deserved sleep. So have fun, and looking forward to reading more of your feedback.
Yeah, for sure.
I decide everything I had immediately. I have to test stuff now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be spending some time doing this. Thanks for spending your time talking to us there, Flavian. It's good.
Yeah, no problem.
See you
See
online.
you later then. Yeah, bye.
Have a good night.
Stop.
Definitely, with the heavy armor destroyer, I'm definitely way better at fire supporting on a cruiser. Because I'm not as vulnerable to them. It's not as bad. The funny thing is the cruiser is faster than me.
Interesting.
I mean, I could reset a key for pressing the right and draw that says So, it was fun, Destroyer. I'm gonna throw away 900 credits, but I don't want to make a paper that I can't build and expect to actually test it out. That's what I want to do.
Really annoyed by the
Because
Torpedoes
it wasn't a practical build anyway, it was just working. There's no one here. So I bet though that having
Just lost my sensors.
having an actual light cruiser, light destroyer, is probably more practical because that means it's easier to dodge torpedoes. And it's like the main thing you're afraid of. And you can outspeed a cruiser even more than you could previously. So it's like you're only worried about bombers and cruisers, and more speed means you can avoid both of them and how they're threatening you. So that's probably more practical. Oh, you can put
Torpedoes
flak
are-
on a cruiser.
Engaging target.
But torpedoes are the most danger to the capital ships. Biggest danger to the capital ships. Besides Mark 7s. Mark 6 are
Whoa! As an AMS manual use?
Yeah.
Damn, that was wild.
I used the AMS.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look actually good against the small things.
Interesting. Alright, well, let's see. Jump back to my ship
And
customization.
kill them?
okay, the repair crew does repair mounted weapons, so you probably would rather have that on a capital ship, honestly.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Because having
It
to look
specifically
for
mentions weapons, so you're not reliant on Corvettes, but if there was a Corvette with the repair field, he would basically double your repair speed that you already have, which is probably even better, ideally. Alright. But I'd never want the reactors because I like having region rate, not capacity.
Let's see, what is this? Repair.
depends what kind of
Are the AMS automatic? Like, do they shoot automatically at missiles?
Not on the Corvette, but on the destroyer, yes, they are automatic.
Yeah.
You can put AMS on a cruiser.
You can? Now?
Yes.
Oh
So
my
how
God.
do you use AMS to shoot down missiles on the Corvette?
Something weird just happened with my track IR.
That's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question, I guess.
I think the AMS is still automatic on the Corvette. I think
No,
it's just...
it doesn't look like so. No.
It doesn't fire?
No, it looks like it doesn't.
I thought the weapons were specific. It's actually a lot of damage.
Is it RTX? No, we do not have RTX.
That's all it is.
Go Aquar Station Defense. Starting. Oh, why can't I select it? Come on.
Has the landing pad changed for the resource pad?
You can put flat. Oh my gosh, you could put like 20 flat cannons on a cruiser.
Why?
It looks like they get.
You're just gonna
wrecked.
I can't
Yeah.
buy it, but let's see. How many though?
flat cannons, just total flat cannon
many?
cruiser.
Yeah. How many would this be? I'm just gonna fill out all the slots real quick. I like what I'm seeing.
They just take out so much heat, it's annoying.
Oh, missed one. Alright, you could have 21 flat cannons. Very impractical, but yeah.
21 flat cannons. What is that going to do to your heat, though? That's going to be...
Well, it is a cruiser.
Yeah, a cruiser can take more heat, but...
We definitely need the heat sink.
Maybe it would be interesting.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
How expensive is gonna be a decent cruiser build?
Just
Like
the low price of 2,500.
Yeah, well...
2,500? That's like the price of a carrier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't make a paper carrier.
Well, like Flavian was saying, the balance for expense, like cost versus effectiveness, is going to be like even the balance with how many credits you earn is really off right now.
Yeah. I'll just say the only thing I'm thinking about is like the fact you can just put the lambs and everything is like I feel like there should be some limitation with it because it feels like it kind of hurts the roles that the ships have somewhat. But the fact that you could just like the weapons, I think it's that like the Interceptor and the Bomber are great examples where they can kind of equip different weapons entirely. I think that's more what it needs to be rather than you can just put any gun on anything because that kind of like undermines the roles of the ships. It's like every ship needs to have unique guns it can only equip that do different things. I feel like that's a better approach in general. But I mean, I bet like the reason you can put every turret everywhere right now is just because it's just to test it, really.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Because Interceptor feels like it's more done with its customization. Shit. So, I'm not gonna customize this anymore. I can't build it, so there's no point. So I think it's good. Although, if you have different taste, you can have 3 repair crews. Like that would double the repair.
Oh.
Of like the modules. I don't think that's worth it, but if you put 2 repair crews and 1 feather hull, you get a tiny bonus to your maneuver. And you only hurt your health like a little bit. Yeah, you lose 20% health, which is actually a big deal. That's like an extra. That's like you have 1 less torpedo you can get hit by. So.
Should be a lot more accurate with these Halcyons. That's for sure.
You get like a tiny bonus. I don't know how that works. Oh, it's only 5% master repair crews, because repair crew is different than the repair bot that you get on the small ship. That makes a lot of sense.
Wait, there was a repair crew for the cruisers or for the capitals?
Yeah, repair crew. And
okay.
Actually, the one on the they're different costs on the different ships. But it's actually a different module totally. Oh my gosh, wait. So the carrier gets 2 Mark 7.
Wow.
Now, the carrier got upgraded. And ooh, that's expensive. Yeah, you could put. Oh,
carry.
The default loadout doesn't have flashes. It's only gun turrets and other systems. Durable carry. I want 8 armor. It's almost 5,000 credits.
Let's go like that. There we go.
Okay, after 2,000 credits.
But, I mean, realistically, you want like 1 repair. Yeah. So there definitely needs to be like basically class exclusive weapons and turrets, but also general purpose once you put on anything at the same time. Different types of like mounts. It's like where the Mark 5s aren't universal, like you can't, or like the Mark 4s, like you can't just put a LAMS anywhere you want so that you just turn your cruiser. It's like way better than the short could ever hope to be just because there's more weapon mounts. Doesn't really make much sense because you still get to have all your kinetic guns. So you just have a cruiser that's better at point defense and at the same time. And then it's like the cost of it being really expensive, but like in the end game, that doesn't really, the cost doesn't matter as much, it just matters as to like, well, how many ships you have, really. So like, if you can get away with a ship that does 2 jobs at the same time, that's way better for the team. So, back to the bomb. I remember the thing.
Kills are definitely, I don't know, I gotta find a nicer loadout here, I think.
What are you using?
Well, I have 1 plasma cutter, single halcyon, and then 2 of the machine guns. So I'm switching, I'm kind of using plasma cutter at long range with a zoom. And trying to cut down a little bit, but the accuracy requirement is much higher, and I have a harder time with a joystick having an accurate hit. I don't know, it just...
Alright, so the reason why the Halcyons are doing so well, they typically have triple the DPS of the normal machine guns. And then shotguns actually slightly beat out the Halcyons. That's the funny thing, you could also put Halcyons on a bomb and fight off the Interceptor with a Halcyon.
It might be a better platform if you want to make a lightweight bomber.
But you could just have shotguns instead, so like... I like the idea of having shotguns. And then, like, do I want the more shield breach? I'd actually I'll probably put up to the same thing for the Interceptor, just put the shield breach and upgrade on. Oh, I do love extra missiles torpedoes. I'm not using the ship for its actual purpose of bombing. That's
really
silly.
extra torpedoes is really expensive.
Yeah.
Wow, on the cruiser. 50% more torpedoes. Wow, that's impressive. But there's some exploits here in the box. Like you can put the normal torpedo launcher on the cruiser now. The small one.
What?
And it has more ammo.
Yeah.
More ammo.
It does
more
have
damage.
literally 3 health. So you better hope nothing hits it.
Yeah, but it has double the ammo.
Jeez.
And
It's very cool.
more damage. I don't know why it says more damage.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
What? Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
I just used the AMS on me, and I couldn't do anything. Just completely destroyed me. Huh. Okay.
Bug zapping.
Wow. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to deal with that. I don't know how to handle that.
It's like the Corvette. Is it Corvette lambs? Because I feel like it's Corvette.
Yeah.
Because the Corvette, the guns will
Let's
just
see.
auto target you. Yeah.
I'm gonna try. Let's
Corvette
see. Let's create a
lambs.
new one.
Oh.
I think Corvette
interesting.
lambs is probably gonna be one of the stronger things against little ships, definitely.
Interesting, but that would make the Corvette for once worth it.
Yeah. Unless probably a bomber with shotguns or something can just completely end your day, or another
Yeah,
Corvette.
now the Corvette, anything can end the Corvette's day. Even the torpedo
Although with
can
the
end.
Corvette, you could also do half energy and half kinetics, and you're okay against like, interceptors, bombers, and other Corvettes. It's really general purpose if you do that.
So let's try this. So I'm gonna try to. Yeah, AMS should scale down with range. Yeah, no, that would make sense. Based on distance. I mean, it makes sense from a gameplay point of view,
Well,
purely speaking.
already missed.
Let's see here. So if we do feather hull. Yeah, the language on that we're gonna have to adjust. But I will use the feather hull. And let's unmount the machine guns. I think I have. What are the ones that are close? Shotgun. Oh, you know what? Why's the shotgun there?
Do I need to care about small ships?
Because I moved it to shield. Oh no.
Alright, I'm gonna strip it down completely.
Poor bomber.
Yeah, just strip it right down. Make it naked, as the description says. Let's see, and let's load some Halcyons on the front.
I need to re-engage. I got so many Corvettes and Interceptors that just immediately locked on.
Let's see.
Yeah. We need to recharge the shield and then go to our Corvette.
Let's make it a missile boat.
Bad engagement altogether.
Oh no, I know. I'm playing around. I'm trying to see what makes sense here. Seeing what I can get away with. Oh, I have to re-add. Okay, so let's add the flight assist. And then re-add the targeting assist. I don't need the scanner.
The cannons on the carrier look a little bit weird.
Heat dissipator.
The Mark 7s?
Yeah. Do you see the plate?
I think I found a bug on the destroyer. Wait. I think I found a bug on the destroyer. Basically, apparently, there is a problem with Mark 4 and Mark 5 hardpoints. Apparently,
I was moving quick.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, basically, the Mark 4 hardpoints are marked as Mark 5s. I don't know what's happening. So,
Thanks, Nathan.
I'm not sure what's going on here, really.
Let's see, so those are all the weapon slots, except for this, which is torpedo launcher.
Oh, there goes our Corvette. It got gained
Torpedo
up by, like,
array.
20.
Have you tried putting a torpedo array on your bomber?
Yeah.
I didn't spawn with it because it seemed very pointless, but I did look
I flew around. It's like
that's awesome.
You modded your bomber.
Alright, never mind. I got it. None. False alarm.
No worries. Yeah, that's not supposed
like
to be.
Bomber Caravan.
That's hilarious.
Bomber Caravan version.
Yeah.
Or something like
that.
that.
You get for killing my friend. Stupid.
Okay, let's get rid of that. I don't want the torpedoes. I'm gonna try.
Feather hull with the bomber. Can you do that?
I'm trying that. Yeah.
Oh, but it's still a very big target.
Yeah, much faster though, much more maneuverable. I've got my heat dissipation increasing, energy recharge rate. Oh, you know what? I need to make sure that. Yeah, I was doing it backwards there. Let's see, reactor.
I can make the fighter out of the bomber.
Let's get the expanded energy capacitor.
I mean, if you put Featherhull on a bomber, it's basically like a heavy interceptor.
Yeah. You have 6 guns.
That's what I'm doing right now, yeah. I have
No torpedoes, yeah.
more blasters, auto-aiming, I guess gimbaled blasters, 4x4, and then 2 Halcyons up front. So if I overcharge those with an extra capacitor, the bomber also has extra energy output from the start. Let's see if we can, you know what?
Whoa, what is hitting me so many times?
Well, maybe missile launcher makes sense.
Probably lands.
I think that's it for me. Gonna take some sleep, I guess.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us there, Starwave.
Been fun. Hope to do that again. Good night. Bye.
All right. Cheers.
Good night.
All right. Yeah, sorry to anybody that's actually watching.
Rockets. The missiles are now forward facing, I noticed. Not upwards anymore.
Oh, on the cruiser or which one?
On the bomber.
I
have to check.
Oh, they're straight forward? Oh, that's right. They were tilted before.
Yeah, it was not possible to use them as
two destroyers were able to lock on to.
Well, it was very unpractical to use them to destroy structures.
Well, I'm gonna try this.
Whoa, what else?
150 for a bomber.
I can't say.
Ooh,
I think it's lands, but it's invisible. Yeah. Power to shields.
Send a destroyer.
Let's fight it with recharge rate. Yeah, it has to be lambs.
No, why?
Oh yeah, it's nimble. Oh wow, that looks weird. What was that? Well, the base is gone. This is probably not a good place to spawn. What is that? Oh, somebody's on me.
There we are. Alright, the lambs on a Corvette, if you're in a bomber and you overcharge shields, he can't do a lot to you. You can kind of just out-heal it. But I think that was a guy using, like, maybe 2 lambs.
Oh boy. This isn't gonna work out too well for me.
So I think while the Interceptor has an issue with the lambs, I think an actual bomber using recharge of shields, I think it's an issue.
No.
So yeah, definitely a threat that Corvettes need to be concerned about.
So I'm gonna try that again. Okay, so this time probably gonna be another defense battle because there's actual battles that are being won and lost now. Last time we were playing, we were basically a stalemate for 2.5 hours.
Going back and forth, yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing it now. Yeah, I lost all the viewers when I was just tinkering with loadouts there.
Loading. I have 4 viewers, so like it's
That's
amazing.
fun.
It's really good.
Okay, so the Halcyon. Why are the mini blasters? Their default position is odd. That's funny. Oh, you know what? That's why. There we go.
There.
Gotta be careful with a recharge.
I like the heavy, well not the heavy bomb, the basically heavy fighter conversion with
But how do you use the shotguns? I never get the grip. I don't know how
you just like get close and then just be accurate, and that's kind of
So you have to wait for the right moment and then
it's like
two bursts and then you overheat anyway, so
It's like, well, you can shoot it 2 times, and then after that, it's kind of like the Halcyons on the Interceptor. You get 2 bursts, and then you don't shoot it. You need to like have the discipline for it.
That's okay. I just have to wait for.
So when the Halcyons get nerfed, at least I'll have Shotgun Bomber to have fun with.
I don't know, because I don't know, the Halcyons so far that I've tried, they're not easy to use. At least I haven't.
Say it's too effective, because the problem is definitely against capital ships they're way too good.
Really? I haven't even tried them on capitals yet.
Find a destroyer that's has his shields down, and you'll see.
Oh, okay. I'll have to do that in this next.
Yeah.
But the shields are what gives the.
Has to have his shields below half, basically. But I mean, if his shields are up, you can see how much shield damage they do, because they'll do a little bit. But it's mostly when their shields are already like mostly down that it's like it's a little bit ridiculous.
With the armor system, we could make them like a 5 burst or 6 burst with less damage, and then
Just
damage
convert it
on
so
the
that
capital
armor has
ship
a better effect.
would
Just
be...
rework armor so that armor is like not flat damage reduction, it's like the armor class of the ship, so you get... So once you hit an armor class, you just get like set values for damage reduction for certain calibers of weapon.
Yeah.
So like 8 armor class is like immunity to the small, you know, light gun on the Interceptor, and then you take half damage from shotguns. Like, it's just, instead of it being completely linear flat damage, it's just specific to every single gun. So if you have armor 4, you don't have any damage reduction against a Mark 7, but once you hit armor 5, you have a 5% damage reduction. And the cruiser at started at 7 has like 10% damage reduction against the Mark 7. And like 25 against the Mark 7. And if you get a cruiser and you build it with only armor, you get like 33% reduction against a Mark 7, so you're actually like surprisingly more survivable. And then the Mark 6s are like
Police
probably
just
half
spawned
damaged.
in. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
it would
have a
be
look.
bit better also
Let's do a better test of this loadout.
I mean,
It's
what is a torpedo but an exceptionally heavy missile anyway? And then there's the other issue where this does so much raw damage that even if an Interceptor has its shields up, if you hit your burst, you can nearly kill him in 1 burst, basically. Which isn't lame.
Yeah, but that's not really so unlike how the old machine gun was before the introduction of gimbal and before the introduction of the precise hitboxes.
Yeah, but it's more the fact that you don't want people to get in the situation where they can get one shot, because that's...
Okay, Gunman, I'm on your 6 here if you want to choose a target and go for it.
Alright, well I'm kinda... Oh, I'm gonna go for that little Interceptor.
Everywhere I go, I start battles. Which is nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just me, myself. Because the turret's not shooting at me, I'm just destroying all the turrets to grind money. Free money.
Alright, I got it. Interceptor. Oh, I one-hit him. Yeah, you can do that in the one. Bomber shotguns are considerably harder to use than a Halcyon is. Not really harder to use, they're just way more close range. So technically the Halcyon could be harder to use because it's a little bit too precise, but you can snipe people with it. Like, I got a kill at like 3 kilometers against a player with the Halcyon.
Oh shoot! What's
Like,
the
if they're not
range?
moving, you'll get 'em.
The Halcyons have a much longer range too.
Yes, that's
Which is good because there was nothing really. They could touch somebody out.
Oh shoot!
that's why we were also thinking they need less projectile speed. That way it's
I'd rather
a
have
little
a
bit.
specific weapon for that.
It's like how if you want to get like a really nice cruiser, you need like 5 times the muscle. I think
hour to get a cruiser with an interesting setup.
It's like for a cruiser, I mean, your guns aren't any better. I mean, not right now they aren't any better. The only thing that's really improving is the defense on it. It's like you get the ability to repair your guns, and you get like a little bit extra hull, and that's like what you're getting for 5 times the cost. It's like, does it seem worth it?
Alright, I'm going to drop out of the general channel here, and I'm just going to do a close for the stream here. I'm realizing I know we started late, and there's not as many people watching, because it's mostly been me looking at a loadout screen for an hour here. Yeah, how do you guys feel about the update, though, before I head off and close the stream?
It's definitely my favorite update.
Yeah.
Great.
The best.
Great update, a very interesting new system to play around, and new ways to try out the game, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, it's definitely good to hear, because I'm pretty excited now too. I'll come back into the general chat here after I close the stream. I'll be right back. All right. To anybody that's still watching the stream right now, sorry about the fact that most of the time is spent looking at the screen today, but this is the major update that we had with regards to our first pass. This is still a first pass of the ship customization and loadouts screens. So if you have any comments, let us know. We do reply to the comments in the YouTube videos as well, but the best place to get feedback is on our forums and on the Discord channel. So head over there and basically tell us what you think. And then we'll be hosting another event in the new year. And as we continue to update the game, we'll post updates on Steam and on our social platforms. So follow us there if that's what you use. If you like what we did in this video, and you like this latest patch, just give the video here a like, and maybe subscribe to our channel for future video updates. We usually host community events once a month, and we don't post too many videos throughout the year on this channel. It's mostly once a month stream kind of thing. So we're not going to spam you with content. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for today. And all the pertinent links to the game are all in the description. So you can head on over to Steam and get access there. Or if you don't like the current pricing, or you want to wait for more features to be complete in game, that's definitely acceptable. We just ask that you give us a wish list so that you get the updates down the road. And that's pretty much it from me. Thanks to everybody that tuned in, and thanks to everybody that participated in the event. I probably got a little bit more excited than usual seeing just the kinds of loadouts you can build in game. But as we build out weapons and add new abilities to ships, and then flesh out the armor system, there's already discussion about the shields and armor and balancing that, and then also too the price of everything is going to be, none of this is set in stone is what I'm kind of getting at. But thanks again everybody for watching, and stay safe out there. 2020 is almost over. Cheers.